My name is Flexman Michael. I'm a certified mentor for SBA SCORE in Dallas. We give expert advice, guidance, and assistance to startups as well as existing businesses. SBA is a name that we heard a lot, especially during this pandemic time. But the name of SBA is heard through a couple of acronyms like IDL or some grants. But many people don't know what are the things that SBA is doing for small businesses in the United States. SCORE is a subsidiary of SBA through which the government helps clients as well as new entrepreneurs to grow their businesses. But often not people seek services because of the lack of knowledge. We don't approach SBA for many things. My goal is to make you befriended with what SBA stands for and what SCORE does on behalf of SBA. SBA is an agency that is not only guaranteeing loans in the United States. They are helping with people in form of funding, assistance. They are helping people to raise capitals. They are helping people to place surety bonds and grants. Apart from this, SBA also helps people to secure federal contracts. Close to $50 billion worth contracts are being given to small and disadvantaged businesses in the United States. This information is not much spread, and people often don't know what this contracting is all about. Every agency needs one thing or the other that should be sourced from outside as well as from within. Especially that goes to almost 10%. Over and above the women-owned enterprises, they are getting close to 5% contracts. And the veterans, they are getting close to 3% of this budget. There are Section 8A and other programs as well. When we come across with the operations of SBA, we have to come to a learning curve that SBA stands for what? SBA is to help you plan your business, launch your business, manage your business, market your business, and grow your business. These are the things we often don't know and we haven't heard about. But this is what SBA does, and we are here to help you on getting relevant knowledge about how to grow your business. Let's understand one thing, that many businesses fail. The statistics say that often 20% of businesses fail in the first 2 years of its inception. Close to 45% business rarely finds 5 years of its being in the market. Hardly 65% business survive 10 years from its very inception. Accordingly, only 25% of businesses, they survive 15 years in the industry. Why this is happening is because of lack of knowledge and people not using the information available to them, education available to them, support and other assistance available to them. So we are helping our clients, especially the small businesses in the United States. I want to just go through some statistics of the small businesses. After this post-COVID era, we have seen that close to 97,000 businesses are closed. Still, this industry is going through a major crunch in terms of personnel as well as resources. Let me give you a small statistics that 47% of businesses have openings that cannot fill. Means there is a possibility. There are opportunities that we are not able to fill up. 26% business owners said labor quality was their top business problem. They're not getting the right people. 32% of business owners report few qualified applications for their positions came open. 25% of small business owners were concerned with staying competitive on shipping and pricing. In spite of these numbers, let's see some small businesses, and in totality they make 99.9% of business in the United States. Of 32.5 million businesses in the United States, 32 million businesses are run by small business owners. It employs close to 61 million people. Among the total US workforce when we talk about it, there are about 157 million employees working in the United States, of which close to 61 millions of employees are working in the small businesses. That means businesses with fewer than 500 employees. There are about 47% of employees work in the small businesses in the United States. Close to 58% of business owners started their business from scratch in 2020. That means after this pandemic outbreak, people started thinking in various terms, various options, and they got a synergy, and finally close to 58% of businesses have sprang up in this country in the year 2020. 19% of business owners are invested in a new business in 2020. So when you account for the small business in the United States, let us understand the scope. Majority of small businesses are in the state of California. They have close to 4.1 million small businesses. Texas is the next one. We have 2.8 million small businesses in Texas. Florida comes next, 2.7 million. New York comes 2.2. Illinois comes 1.2 million. So when you look at the statistics, we can see that the future of a small business is also promising. Let us say 49% of small business owners plan to increase staff and remodel or expand their businesses. That means there is no reason to be disappointed. We can postulate a better future. We can think about the country is growing, businesses are growing. That 48% of small business owners say there is no need for a physical space because it is a revolution in the physical nature of the office. Now more or less the offices are going online. 51% of business owners were interested in growing their businesses. They want to expand, diversify. 65% of small business owners said that the worst pandemic is behind. The pandemic is over. To almost 65% of people, they don't believe that it did exist because they are able to overcome. 55% of Americans say that the dream of starting a new business is there. And 3 in 4 small business owners find prospect in an online business or in a new line of business. 57% of small businesses anticipates revenue increasing. So this positive aspects of the economy ignites a real optimism in the minds of us that we can definitely march forward with more courage and motivation within us that we can rebuild. Though things happened astray, but still we can devise some strategies through the help of SBAs and its support groups. We can motivate people, we can help the existing business to grow beyond any hurdles. Within this scenario, there are two things that play most, means vital. The first one is our belief system. Pandemic has really crippled the economy. The personal lives also. Now, there is a dichotomy between the personal success, failure, as well as business success and failure. But it is all a collective effort and with which we can overcome that. Our belief system tells us certain things that help us to grow and certain things that help us to empower and certain things which comes negative and disempower. So which one we need to reinforce? That is something we need to decide. There are services through these governmental agencies for the help of new businesses to bring its vitality back. So the belief system to be very positive and empowering in such a way that we are going to design and develop strategies according to the needs of the public, according to the needs of the marketplace. We need to come up with new products, new strategies, and thereby we can deal with the emerging requirement. Though there are hardships, but still there are a lot of needs, unmet needs in this society. So that we need to understand. Besides, we focus on our personal goals. We should understand that the prosperity of a nation depends on the financial prosperity of its citizens, individuals. So unless we enrich ourselves, the country is not going to grow. So here in this situation, I remember I read a novel, a story written by Georges Carlson. This is about a city once existed 8,000 years back. The name of the city was Babylon. Babylon later considered to be one of the richest cities ever found on this planet. But Babylon had also a very tough time after frequent wars. The king was so perplexed with their government exchequers finding, drained. So the king summoned his ministers and asked for a solution. Then they found a guy whose name was Arcade, who was one of the richest men in the town. Not only he was rich, but also he was very generous. That is the point where he was summoned to the palace and asked him, "Hey, look, you are very rich and generous. What helped you to become this rich and generous? And if you are rich and you learn the skill set to be rich, why not you teach this to other people as well, so that entire city can be similarly richer than before?" He agreed. But he told them to learn each thing day by day. He conducted a course for 7 days with 100 people. He taught the people and Babylon finally became rich. As the story goes, it speaks about 5 principles of gold. What are the 5 principles of gold according to them is also something we need to learn. It says gold means, according to today's terms, is money. It stays with people who invest 1/10 of their earnings. That is the first rule. The second rule is, once you have earned and saved 1/10 of your earning, put that into investment so that can bring return. Once it starts bringing return, that is the second step. The third step is to consult a professional advisor to help you reinvest that return on investments. Never ever go by your judgment. That's what it speaks about. almost 8,000 years back. This is something that we also don't do. We don't consult. From my example, I see, I've been giving consulting to a lot of people in around Dallas and US, where I see these people, after making money, they don't go by their wisdom. They're rather consultants or investment advisors or attorneys. So they make a very judicial allocation of resources as well as investments. Those investments I have been seeing growing in manifold. So that is something which this book speaks about. You need to consult an advisor. Consult with an advisor when you have the return of investment after investing some money. Or you earn some money and set it aside for investment purpose. The fourth thing, according to this law of gold, is that never invest in a project for which you have no familiarity. You have no experience. And also, the last one, that is the fifth one, which speaks, never make an investment with an inexperienced person. So once we follow all these 5 steps, though this dates back to a long period of time, I think pretty much this conditions our mindset to proceed and invest. Apart from just, going into the market and see some opportunities as it comes, sometimes alluring, we should never do that. Never endeavor to do that. So from my standpoint, what I advise people, to seek the services of agencies like SBA, SCORE, and get help. They train you, we train you on every area that you might need help. From starting a business, from developing a business, marketing, then sourcing its products or whatever. In all areas, SBA is there. SBA is there to help you manage your business. SBA is there to help you fund your business. SBA is there to get contracts. SBA is there to give you grants and other assistance as well. So I will be opening this session in a series for you guys to understand how you can be benefited out of seeking help through SCORE. In order to reach out to SCORE, what you can do, you can reach me at my cell number given here, or you can visit me at my website, or you can reach out to www.score.org. There you can see my profile, or you can put a request, or if you need some other experts in some other areas, the SCORE allocates each mentor according to your requirement. Please don't hesitate to reach out to SBA and SCORE for your future businesses. Thank you.